Stop and Shop Auto Sales presents the Coach Rob Carter Show every Thursday morning here on Daybreak Live. And Coach, another tough night for the Sylacauga Aggies, and a team that can play with a lot of 5 and 6A teams, Trinity, and they've got a good football team and a lot of them.
They do. I mean, they're well coached and they have a lot of resources, but they had some good players and really smart kids and guys have been playing for a little bit, had a little more experience, but good football team, and we fought them hard, and I'm proud of my defense. The first half they gave up 2 just plays, left out in space, and those guys made the plays and we didn't. But offensively, their defense was tough. They couldn't hardly throw the football. They were really good in the secondary and got after us up front. We moved it a little bit, but good football team. Kids played hard. And, they're ready to get this week started. But, again, like I said, I'm proud of them. I told somebody the difference is, I said, just watch. I had Quan Beckham, Bill Lauderdale, Bryant Waters, Zy McElrath. After we hold them, they come to the sideline, it's just a V. They go right back out on the offense. And their team went off and didn't come back until it was in. And it's tough, so naturally, second half and those sort of things, you get your head down after having maybe something go wrong on offense, and you got to turn around and play defense versus your buddy that's sitting over there watching you going, I got your back while you rest. And, so we get a little bit of that, but I love these kids, man. This week's been great. They understand we're battling every week.
Sure.
We were playing great teams. Like I said, coming in this week, I think they're ranked maybe number 2
sure.
in 5A, so they're getting a lot of respect there. Got good athletes, but we're looking forward to it. So.
Leeds, the opponent tomorrow night. Trinity, 38-7 win over over Sylacauga last week, and Sylacauga in a position where nobody's used to no wins in the first 5 games, and I'm sure that has to play on the kids as well a little bit.
I think it did more. I think it does out in the community. They understand it. We're not playing the ones that you knew you could mark a win. They know our numbers are probably down, small senior class, those sort of things. But, the more they hear that kind of out in the public versus, hey, we love you no matter what. We're going to continue to work. What better, character education is it? And then, and we're not playing subpar teams and losing to them. They're really good. And you make a mistake, you still got to go back out and play the next play. And our guys have bought into that. Sure, we want to win. We coach to win. We work to win. That's a little bit of frustrating, but I think they understand what we face every week. That's a bunch of warriors out there. I'm proud of them. And I think the old saying, and I just happened to be watching a movie. I remember my father saying this, hey, you hear, it's not how many times you get knocked down. It's how many times you get up. And Daddy said, no, it's not always that. Can you get up and run? He said, it's not being afraid to get hit. That was it. And we're not. We're going to go out there and we're going to expect that and we're going to give it back. And these kids be proud of them. It's tough. And they go out every day. Excitement yesterday, one of the greatest practice we had. Fun, talking, moving, communicating, and really proud of how those guys handle it. And that's the character. Like I said, when I hold up my head up high every week, I'm sad for them and what they've got to hear in the public, but just keep supporting them. These are great young men.
So how can we get offensively untracked a little bit more?
Well, you got 2 inexperienced quarterbacks. You got to get, they just got to have game after game to get a little better.
Nothing beats that, does it?
Absolutely not. We've had 1 running back. Rance was hurt last week. Manchin a little bit, so I didn't really want to play him. He was talking about his neck or back, and so Twyman's hurt. You lost Cottingham at the beginning of the year and never got to play, one of your best athletes. Offensive linemen are having to go play defensive line. In 5A football, that's nothing in 1A
and that's
2A.
A numbers game.
That's right. So we do move the ball at times. So all those factors, play into it. Even defensively. So we played mistake-ridden on both sides.
Sure.
No doubt. But just getting depth. And we got Chris West back this week. We had not had him at right guard. Like I said, Zy McElrath, one of your veterans, got to turn around and play defense. He had a hurt hand. He's getting a little better. So, the work's there. We work every day at it.
You know, it has been said that you can either, when things are going tough, you can either quit or you can work and work and work to get better and smarter.
That's right. I mean, we're teaching them football. Some mistakes are just have not been there. The experience is really big on it. Some of it's because we don't have the numbers of guys playing both ways. You know, but still proud of them because you can tie it back to momentum changes with 3 or 4 little plays that you tend to make when you had more experience in tough situations. But, you know, we're going to continue to work, and we have, and they're going to enjoy it. Like I said, they're back every day.
All right, the Leeds Green Wave come to town tomorrow night. They're ranked second in the state, unbeaten, of course. And what do they bring that concerns you about the game tomorrow night?
Well, they've got an experienced quarterback. I think he started, this will be his 3rd year. He's a really good, not only thrower, but runner. I think defensively, their defensive ends are both big guys. One of them has stars beside his name. I really don't know if it's 4, 3, 5. I don't have a clue. He's a good football player. And several colleges think that too. But, you know, they're undefeated. You know, they played really well. Their run game offensively is pretty tough. So, you know, we know we got to stop that. But they give you a lot of formations. They're well coached. And, you know, like I said, when that quarterback's back there, it's his 3rd year, he understands the offense as good as anybody, as much as a coach, and is able to line them up and get them going. And, you know, they pose a lot of threats in about every part of their game. Return game, they got a good returner. I think linebacker-wise, and, you know, so we got to prepare for everything. It's no way just to look at one little area, and that's what you face when you play good teams. And
creating turnovers, that's going to be a key as well.
It is, and you know, those are sort of the momentum things that hurt us. Just like the opening kickoff last week, kids, you know, trying to get all the yards they can get, and the ball slips out at the opening kickoff in the second half, and it kind of goes, oh, here it goes again, you know, and then a block punt, which we hadn't had all year, and he was the first one. Ethan Pruitt was the first one Sunday. He and his dad out there working, you know. Hey, I'm gonna.
That's a good trait.
Oh, absolutely. That's it. You go back to work, and I think that's what we're instilling in these people, you know, young men, and you know, for life. You know, we're going to continue to work. We're not just going to go, well, we're just not good enough this year. No, we're going to try to continue to be the best team on the field one Friday night. There's no doubt.
Before we go this morning, talk about a player or two that has stayed the course and kind of stood out the first half of the season.
Oh, man, there's several. You know, in this situation, you find them.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know, you go to Dalton Miley, hurt hamstring, and I'm tough on him because I won't let him lay down. He, you know, or anything. He's going to get his therapy, go back to work. I think Bryant said he missed a day because, I mean, first he got that choice. You know, we put things around what we're obligated to do. So every workout, every day, and, you know, 2nd year to play linebacker, he understands it. And that's not just coming from me as father, but this is what I hear from other coaches. I try not to evaluate him very much that when we get home or something. I'm proud of him. You know, Zy Macro, that whole senior crew, Quan Beckham, I mean, exhausted.
And you ain't got many seniors.
Front. I do not. And that is a good sign for the following years. But, you know, that senior class, Bill Lauderdale asked to play every position we can to get him the football. You know, it's totally those guys. They've got a grip on it. They understand it. You know, they know their games are limited in high school football, and they understand it. We're going to keep enthusiasm involved and play week to week and get up the next day and go back to work.
All right. Tomorrow night is the Leeds Green Wave, ranked 2nd in the state, against the Sylacauga Aggies. I think it's Miss SHS tonight.
It is Miss SHS. So we've had a lot of, you know, girls doing their speeches, and that's always good. You know, just continue to come out and support these young people. I mean, you know, they're fighting their tails off for Sylacauga. So
absolutely.
You know, love them up and be there to support them.
All right. We've got more coming up on Daybreak as Stop and Shop Auto Sales presents the Coach Rob Carter Show every Thursday morning here on Daybreak Live. More coming up right after this.